Good morning, afternoon, or evening, as the case may be in your part of the world. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Zen Archer, and this is a video reply to Damien Estridge, who put up a video on behalf of YouTube asking the question, basically, is should YouTube get involved in gatherings? Damien, I'm really happy that YouTube and you have asked that question, and I'm happy that you did it at this particular time. You know, we've seen get-togethers in San Francisco, Washington, D.C., New York City. We've seen them in the UK. We've seen them in Miami Beach, Florida. We've seen them all over the country. In Chicago. We've seen them all over the place. And they've been put together by individuals that were primarily vloggers. We didn't see the commercial aspects of it. We didn't see the Paris Hiltons and the Jamie Kennedys and the P. Diddy's didn't show up. They weren't there. What we saw was a small community of vloggers who got together just to kind of rub elbows with one another and have a couple of drinks and a little bit of karaoke music, and that was pretty much it. And that was fine and good, and it's good for people to get together, and Lord, I hope that pockets of people and pockets of friends don't ever stop getting together and having a good time. And advertising it on YouTube is absolutely, the way to go. But there's a downside. We didn't see the whole community, and we didn't feel that YouTube was really a part of what was going on. This was stuff that was being put together by members of the community on their own. There are a couple things that, because of that, were really downers, and were really kind of bummed me out. And one of the reasons that I haven't attended any of them yet was that, there was all this backbiting and fighting about who came up with the idea first, and who was going to put it together, and who was going to do this part and that part, and there was so much drama attached to it, which I guess is YouTube also, but there's so much drama attached to it, and then I thought, is that really someplace I want to be? Now, after seeing the videos, I can honestly say, yeah, I would like to have been there. I would have loved to have seen, to been in New York when Zipster planted that good one on Batum. How you doing, Bat? And I would have loved to have seen some of my UK friends that came over to the United States to go to the 777 convention. I would have loved to have met Raven Laughs at the San Francisco as one gathering. So I'm sorry that I missed out on that. Most of it was too expensive for me to attend anyway. But I sure would have liked to have gone. I am planning on going to the South Tube, which is September 22nd and 23rd in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm sure you can find that information if you look for it, folks. But a bunch of my friends and I were talking about those gatherings, and I think the really downside was what you see is a lot of people going, look, here's me with Zipster, here's me with Renato, here's me with Bohem, and what they're doing is they're taking home video postcards of the people that they met on there, and you're not seeing much else of much other things. I know people had a good time, and God bless every one of you that took the time and put the energy into these things. I know for a fact from listening to videos that the almighty Thor, worked his butt off at 777. So all of that being said, any corporate entity, no matter who they are, be it UPS or FedEx or Walmart or whatever, has a company day. And during that company day, their employees and the family of their employees get to come and learn a little bit about what they do. They get to rub some elbows. They get to see old friends that they haven't seen before. They also get a chance to talk to the company and to talk to the supervisors and the people that they work with and the people that put the thing together. And usually the company has something to offer them. In fact, eBay, one of the biggest sites here on the internet, has eBay eBay Day every year. And when they do you know what they do? They set up the whole thing. They take out a center, and you can go there. You get your room and stuff, and you go there. And you get a little plastic bag that's got a lot of little goodies in it. Sometimes just stickers and stuff, but somehow that means something, that you got a sticker from eBay. And they put together seminars where people who are in the business of doing business with eBay will tell you how they do what they do, where you get a chance to talk to power sellers. People from the eBay community are invited to come in and talk about what it is they do and how they do what they do. And so when you go home from there, you not only meet the celebrities like Uncle Griff, who has written a number of books. He wrote the eBay Bible. I love the guy. You get to meet people like him. You also get to talk to eBay staff. You also get to talk to other people who are like you, and it makes you a better eBayer. And that's the kind of thing that YouTube needs to do. YouTube needs to put together a convention that is a YouTube convention, so that we can come to that YouTube convention, to a viral video convention, and we can talk to vendors who sell equipment that we would use to do our videos, to talk to people who are in the business of acting that will tell us, how do you relate to the camera? How do you put a video together? What are the normal steps? Yes, we are vloggers. There are many of us who are vloggers, but there are many of us who are out here trying to do something other than vlogging. There's a guy on here called Producing 101. Not Producing 101, Podcast 101. And Podcast 101 put his video up originally, and you know, I was hanging on the edge of my seat, guy, just so that you know. I was hanging on the edge of my seat going, you know what, this is good. They're going to tell me about equipment that I need to do in order to do a decent podcast. And they're going to tell me about, you know, what the ins and outs are, what things not to fall into. And I wanted to see that. And I want to see YouTube do that. I want to see them get guys like that to come to the convention to do little seminars, little 20-minute talks that says, when you're talking to the camera, you want to get in close to the camera, and you want to be sure that you look in the lens, because when you do that, you're talking to your audience, and your audience feels that connection between you. There needs to be people that are doing that, and YouTube needs to sponsor this thing. They need to make, you know, they need to set up hotel rooms with discounts, because there's going to be a few thousand, if not 1 million people that show up at that thing. They need to get vendors that will provide water and drinks and stuff like that. They need to have some kind of a dinner that recognizes people in the community who have gone over and beyond just being a vlogger. They need to recognize the community, and they need to be a part of this community, not just the guys that built the machine that we like to run. They need to come out and talk to us. They need to get on the mic and say, hello, YouTubers, welcome to YouTube Convention 2008 or 2007. They need to do that. It makes YouTube a better place. It makes me want to be there more. It makes me a better vlogger. It helps me to do better videos. And in the long run, it helps YouTube. YouTube needs to be involved in this community a lot more than it is. And I think there's any one of the bloggers out here, any one of the people in this community would say that to you, that YouTube is not involved enough in this community. And they need to be. I understand the work is hard, and I understand it's hard to police these things, and sometimes you can't be a nice guy. Sometimes you have to just enforce the rules that you have. But you know, if YouTube would get involved with this community a little bit more than they are, maybe this community would put a lot more energy into YouTube. And at the end of the day, that translates to dollars. And I know that's why YouTube was built, and I want to see YouTube be a success as much as I like to see myself be a success. So, that's what I think about YouTube being involved. Now, another one of the reasons that I'm glad that you put this video up at this time is because the weekend after South 2, some friends and I have talked and decided that we're going to get together in Sandusky, Ohio. That's right, the home of Cedar Point, the world capital of roller coaster rides. And we're going to be about a half a block from Cedar Point at a campground. We're going to hold a big picnic. We're going to have three-legged races and balloon tosses. We're hopefully going to get a DJ to spin some tunes, and if you got a guitar, bring it with you. I'm inviting everyone to meet me and my friends at the North Coast Gathering in Sandusky, Ohio on September 29th and 30th. Now, I'm just one guy, and I'm doing it all by myself right now. I don't have any help. There's no sponsors. I'm not taking any money out of my pocket in order to see this thing happen, and that's the God's honest truth. I just don't have it, and I don't think I need it. What I am promising you, though, is on the 29th and the 30th, I'm going to be in Sandusky, Ohio at the campgrounds, and we're going to have cabins. We can get them as low as $12.50 a person per night. There'll be 4 people in a cabin. If you have a tent or an RV and you just want to come up in that, you can do that. And we're going to have a hell of a time. If you're not into the whole camping thing, that's cool. We've got a number of motels that are there and hotels that are there with rooms as little as $50 a night. So we're going to try to keep costs down. We're going to try to keep fun high. And we can pick up twilight tickets at Cedar Point for $25 starting at 5 o'clock until the park closes. But if we have enough people that are interested in going to the park, we might get a quantity discount, and then everybody wins. And we'll all go over and just, spend half a day just riding rides and enjoying the Midway. Now, it's towards the end of the month, and that means that they are geared up for Halloween. So it ought to be a hell of a good time. And I hope that you will come and attend with me. I've got about 10 confirmed friends, and I originally wanted 20 because that's where quantity discounts start at 20. But I'm sure that that'll come. So what I'm doing is telling the YouTube community out here, and I don't care if it's YouTube or if it's somebody who watches videos or somebody who produces videos, I'm going to do my best to put together one hell of a good time for you guys. It'd be like an old church picnic, and in order to get in, bring a package of hot dogs and a package of buns. You will have to be registered in order to get in, but you can get more information from me about it on my channel, on my profile. A little later on this week I will put up more information about it. We're looking into some pretty cool stuff. But until then, just be sure that you contact me. Do not contact me at YouTube. That the mailbox just doesn't work the way that it needs to work. You can contact me at this email address, mrzenarcher@gmail.com. Let me know that you'll definitely be in attendance, and tell me what you need. If you need help finding a decent priced room, or you need help getting the cabin at the campgrounds, you need to know where we're going to be at or what we're doing, you let me know, and I'll do everything I can to help you get to where we're going to be on September 29th and 30th. So, this is the first official announcement of the North Coast Gathering in Sandusky, Ohio on September 29th and 30th. I hope to see you there. I'm going to be there. Until next time, this is Zen Archer saying you be well. And Damien, thanks again for this video and giving me the opportunity to tell you what I think about YouTube's involvement in the gatherings. Until next time.